Love and light. This is CYNETHA Jade. Most call me Love. Love and light to you. If this message has reached you, chances are you were guided here by your higher self and or spiritual guidance team. I appreciate each and every one of you who will be a dear and click that like button. And if you enjoy the vibe, I dare you, go on ahead and subscribe and get ready for good vibes. I am not a doctor, nor am I offering any legal or medical advice. Please note all readings are timeless and for entertainment purposes only. Also, please note the description box below each and every video on the channel. Therein you'll find the ways with which to connect with your girl, as well as any payment information for those looking to tip, donate, book a personal reading, or more. If you're still here, you're supposed to be. So let's get on with your sessions, shall we? Hey, hit that like button and subscribe for more. Love and Light Collective. It's your girl, CYNETHA Jade. Most call me Love. Welcome if you are new here. Welcome if you are, by any chance, a returning A1 Day 1. Or if you simply feel in current energies that you've stumbled across the channel. I need you to know, welcome. You are, yes you are, welcome here. And much love and light to you, all right? So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about what we got to talk about, all right? We are talking lifestyle, ladies and gents, all right? And anyone else identifying as anything else or anyone else, okay? To be clear, not leaving anyone out of this, all right? You are special, you are here, you are valuable, all right? Dare I say lovable, all right? Even on your off days, perhaps, okay? And those days, moments, and mindsets too shall pass if you have been, honestly, ferreting through the trenches in overcoming. Yes, I still said overcoming. 111 on the timer. Definitely a timely synchronicity of me trying to perhaps inartfully eke out the fact that you guys are doing the darn thing. Congratulations. Ring your own bell if you gotta, okay? Y'all need to clap on this, all right? And get into celebratory mode. And so, of course, we're going to talk about lifestyle for such beings as yourselves, all right? Because that's par for the course of what you got to do here, right? Could you imagine if you just were here to get the bag, but the writer was left blank, perhaps, regarding what you may or may not be able to locate and or place within it. Okay, come on. Divine did not put us here as some sort of setup for failure while they're chewing on popcorn kernels. I'm so serious, you guys. 206 could have some significance, right? But hear me out. It reduces to a very synchrony. Oh gosh. Maybe somebody is worrying about paying a bill here. Don't be that one, all right? It is taken care of either way if you don't know how or when, okay? You guys really are well underway at learning on a very personal note, I might say, about your own manifestation powers, okay? And each one teach one. So, of course, your girl's here loving and lighting you, cheering for you, here to assist, all right, for you, not against you, to be clear. And very much in support of you guys getting that bag, proverbial or not, and putting tons of stuff in it, all right? Some things even perhaps in current energies, unimaginable, unimaginable, and definitely imaginably good, okay? Whew. I don't know if somebody needs to cleanse their energy or what. The throat chakra, I don't believe we're in Mercury retrograde. But golly, it's kind of feeling like a some sort of simulation of when said energy retrogrades. My goodness. All right. So, self-care. Okay. I do know in the cards, there was talk about sound healing. If you resonate with, just really kind of not freely being able to allow your words to word. Okay. 343 might be a number of some significance. Really, it reduces down to this too shall pass with that 10 energy, endings and new beginnings. All right. You guys, just because you are on the great side of karma does not necessarily equate to you never, ever, ever, ever having to perform at least what should be termed preventative maintenance. Okay. I do see an exemplary, excuse me, my goodness, significance regarding angelic realm presence. Okay. Now, of course, there are a lot of people out there that really will be participating in holy day activities, okay, when this actually is uploaded, right? But really, what I'm getting through the channeling is you really need to understand that, you know, at this point of the game, you're honoring yourself, your path, your own bodies, your vessel, right? And so, of course, we got to talk about things like body manipulation, massage, okay? Because there is such a thing as filtration systems, organ systems, and the like, okay? Connecting high key, duh, to your vessel, your meat suit, as I lovingly term it. Okay. And so you really don't want to be even intending or even unintentionally intending, okay, to be checked out at this time. You got to really, if it's hurting, you got to feel it out. Okay. Like, why is that so painful? What does it truly mean? What could be the emotional and or spiritual significance behind said symptoms, said event, etc. Okay. Some of you need to ground down, and you can do so basically utilizing whatever type of ritualistic or not type of bathroom, how do I want to say this? You know, spiritual bath, yes, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a bath in a bath, right? Depending on your living situation and or your budget, you guys. Some of them flowers is not cheap. You know what I mean? I get it. I just want whoever may be working through that currently to not only know, obviously, that this too shall pass, but in the understanding of working with what you got, right? Such to the point of working with what you want, okay? Please understand you can utilize water in general, okay? The way that you set the intention for basically anything else you may utilize in your practices here, okay? Whether they are considered self-care practices or beyond, all right? And so water is very much a conduit. You can definitely connect to the heavenly realms, especially the angelic realm, you guys. Interestingly enough, the higher the vibrational frequency, you know, the more water it may take, of course, but the intent is to really just get used to the understanding of what tools definitely work for you. And you know what? Different strokes for different folks on that too. Okay. But be mindful, you know, maybe you don't actually have a shower tub, as it were, right? You have a shower stall. To be clear, it's not an extreme requirement to shove yourself into a ball inside of anywhere, inclusive of the bottom of the shower, to pretend like you've got a bath going on, okay? It's about the intention and, of course, about the tool, the conduit, you might say, all right? Some of you need to gain some clarity by actually buckling down, I'm hearing to say, and creating that vision board, whether digitally or not. It needs to be done so that you can stay abreast of your progress, which will definitely keep you enthused long enough to see completion in your manifestation, okay? And we already talked about that sound healing, you guys. All right. Here's the sitch. Vulnerability and freedom coming out. All right. Next steps are inner child healing. Ooh, romance and connection. Clear, cancel, and release. Yeah. So long story short, you're getting ready to be presented. This is like, I don't know, it's like inauguration vibes or something. Maybe there's some significance to that word, or the ideology, or the story. Starseed story, even, right? Written in the stars. This could be you embarking on that appointed time to actually be highlighted the way that you've often, perhaps, longed to be highlighted, to be seen, heard, experienced, even, you might say. Many of you feel like you have long ago fallen between some cracks. I get that. All right, now is the time to fill in any cracks you're perceiving, really, with that beautiful 24 karat gold you are, that healing balm essence that you, inside of your own selves, to be clear, okay, carry. And it's really important to know that and to honor that and draw from that firstly, not in the sense of cutting God off, as it were, right? No, but in the sense of honoring your connection to divinity. Gone should be the days, especially in this new earth consciousness energy, right? Not talking about hopping from one rock to the next, you guys, to be clear. All right, but in this new earth energy, it stands to reason that you should be definitely, if you know, I learned over the years to never say never and to not always say always, right? So there's that. But really, you know, you should be more times than, I mean, so many more times than moon cycles past, to be clear. And more times than even maybe, and you'd have to check, then you're really wrapping your head around, even in current energies on this, that you should be really inward focused. Okay, it's given you gotta go in to go up at this. Okay, and why would you want to go up? Well, it's not necessarily a physical relocation, definitely a vibrational relocation. Ooh, yeah. So what's your vibe? And perhaps maybe a better question, what do you want it to be? Choice is yours, and you're in charge, you see, right? As you actively are co-creating 1044 on the timer with source energy, mind you. Okay, so whether you gotta say it like God, goddess, universe, higher selves, all right, this is big stuff. Okay, you're needed now, and you kind of gotta really get your total selves and there are many into the game here. Okay, this is, I don't know, oh my god, why is this song again? Oh, please, do I really have to? I swear, the songs coming through the channeling lately, it's like, yeah, freaking right. Like, I'm actually not a synth. But it's the final countdown. Right? And, you know, it's so interesting because you guys can't even see this card, but think of like the Star of Bethlehem, right? So there's that Ascended Master Yeshua connection, perhaps for some, maybe not all here. But this card of vulnerability and freedom, really telling or foretelling, dare I say, you're being highlighted here, whether guy, girl, what have you, of course. Definitely being starseed energy, though, kind of can't get around that one. And I need you to know you're glowing and shining like never before. You know, picture the most iconic Northern Lights scene, okay? And that's at least a fraction of your shine in current energies, of your glow, of your magnetism, okay? And so you're going to experience that from this point forward. You don't really get to skirt around from one room or one shop or one aisle to the next anymore without heads turning. They won't be able to help it. It's not really a personal thing, honey, but it's a vibrational thing. Yeah. So, you know, get ready to be confident in being seen. Okay, so if you're saying, ooh, that's a little bit kind of like a feeling like a iffy section for me, right? It's giving gray vibe, you know, not Christian Grey vibes. My goodness, where did we go there, sir? But it's giving like blurred lines type of energy. It doesn't feel so safe all the time, perhaps, when you think on these things, that perhaps if you're being honest here, collective, If you're making any sense of this at all, and gosh, I hope so. You may realize that you have been kind of trying not to forwardly, extremely directly face all aspects of the situation. Dare I say all aspects of you. That's a little bit of a dangerous situation, and here's why. In moments of perhaps perceived lack of confidence comes to mind, all right? You could more easily, again, not anything personal, but definitely vibrational here, fall prey to the illusion that there is some separation. I must have made a wrong choice, wrong decision, wrong turn here. And quite frankly, the other side of that coin is perhaps the proclivity to question, does God love me now? Right? And maybe you've had a whole history up to this point, I get it, where if you had to ask a question on the other side of some sort of event or trigger, perhaps, okay, on the other side of some words being released or sentiments of a certain variety being shared, okay, those people most assuredly would have, if they didn't already, left you high and dry. They would have been gone so darn fast, I don't even know if you would have time to allow for your head to spin, right? They were gone. 1515 could be of some significance, and or 66, all right? 6 is really talk about balance. 5s talk about life-altering change. And 1s speak to levels of manifestation coming into fruition, as well as new beginnings, all right? And aren't you deserving of all of that, all right? So really, you really do need to kind of stubbornly get your head in the game about the fact that you are not severable from divinity. And therein is your superpower, all right? And now, that's not the only one that you've been bequeathed here, all right? You've got your intuition, you've got your birthright. I mean, so much, okay? And so much is at stake here, okay? Because you don't want to be the one that kind of willy-nilly shares your fruit, or dare I say, cast your pearls before anything or anyone at this point, okay? Swine or not, because you know your worth, and you have already unapologetically applied that tax. And this is why you come to receive Self-Care Sunday messages. This is why you participate in the self-care and self-love practices, rituals, and the like, okay? And this makes sense because we opened up the channel and found out, hey, friendly reminder, you're definitely in alignment, high key, not even like mid or like iffy, right? If you are in fact participating in this lifestyle. And again, it traces back to not only source or universal life force energy, but it traces back to that self-love. All right. So your energy is very important to keep with you at this time, right? Your angels are definitely assisting you and your love life during your opportunities to, again, learn lessons, which sometimes that act in and of itself is the blessing, and more. Okay. Now, I can't emphasize this enough, you guys. Just a few, if not even just maybe a couple short days ago, okay, we were on the live stream together and having a beautiful session talking about miracles. It's so interesting because during the channeling for this particular Self-Care Sunday session collective, we've heard Yeshua, most call him Jesus, come through the channeling. All right, that miracle card, and you can scroll back. It's the live stream that aired on Thursday, okay, and that would be June 4th. All right. Excuse me, I stand corrected. June 5th, okay? And so during that particular live stream, we had the Miracles card, and I believe even at that time, I had to explain, it had previously come out about 9 days prior on whatever the heck the date is for 9 days prior, in the palindrome portal session that we had for the live stream at that particular time. Okay, so just to be clear and concise, repeat theme regarding miracles as well as Yeshua's essence and or presence. Okay, working for you towards your manifestations and not against you and or your manifestations. So don't you be the one, okay? And maybe you gotta check, right? Hey, am I shooting myself in the foot here? Hey, am I double-minded here? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. How about now? I'll try again tomorrow to believe, right? You gotta watch the wishy-washy-ish, okay? Because that is going to slow you down. Nobody wants that. 1911 on the timer. Nobody wants that. All of this new energy is here for you right now. Will you receive? Will you be stubborn to believe that you are capable and worthy to receive? Will you, cleanse and clear? All right, clear, cancel, and release accordingly to make room for the new, right? I mean, to try to even say this is like double for your trouble is giving understatement, right? Like, I don't want to actually not gas up the situation, because situation is giving gassed. Okay. And not in the sense of, moon cycles past where you had to add the lighted part, right? And maybe even in moon cycles past, you had to actually be a partaker of lighting said gas, play on words here. And now in current energies, and dare I say new earth energies, not the case, is it? It's beautiful as you heal and cleanse, cancel, release, right? As you call judgment on self, of course, and others, right? And not in the sense of you really kind of getting it in your head that, you're better than anyone else. But in the sense of knowing that you know that you know that you know you know. Okay? Because you were there showing up for you the whole time. Because you were there picking up the mantle every time. Because you were there when no one else was there, from your lineage, from your generation, from your demographic location. You get where I'm going with this, okay? All right, to be clear, this new, I mean, I'm looking at the 9 of Pentacles. You're literally in like a 9991111 portal, like all at once. And I need you to know both of those numbers, the 9s, the 1s, and now the 10s, if you make them dance together long enough and reduce them down, all talk about that new. Okay? Don't you? Yes, you do want it. Okay? I don't even want to finish the question because I ain't even got a time to even try to make up silly questions like that. Talking about don't you want it? Of course you want it. It's yours. You better want it. And the way you're going to see that you definitely want it is by, again, getting stubborn in your faith, your believability, in the fact that you exist. So too does your manifestations. The fact that you exist is tangible evidence of the divinity that backs you. The fact that divinity backs you to the point where you exist, you now understand. 22 just hit that timer. It's a master angel number, you guys. Look it up, please. All right. You now understand, small potatoes. All right. So it's not being better than anyone else, but it is about integrating your highest version of yourselves. Okay. And allowing that energy to take over and lead you forward towards your highest vibrational, there's that word again, outcome, timeline. All right. So I know that's a lot to chew on, but y'all can get this. I believe. Keep chewing. All right. 9 of Pentacles. I know we talked about if it came out, but I want to take a closer look at this. Peace of mind and contentment. All right, there could be some significance to feminine energy here. It could be speaking to a larger portion of the female avatar variety of the collective. Doesn't have to be the case, but to be clear, Looking at the card, yes, it's the Nine of Pentacles from the Tarot. Yes, I know what it means. But interestingly enough, in this particular deck, no, I don't know the name of the deck, to be clear. There is this female appearing figure who is drawn on this card, who is wearing a yellow dress. So Oshun may be of some significance. Sun God Ra may be of some significance. She is holding a raven in her left hand. They're besties. That could be of some significance. And on top of this dress being yellow and being a gown, there are the feminine symbol, okay, for female. So, you know, a part of what Prince had going there. All over her dress as the print. Yikes. A lot just happened. Prince could definitely have some significance because I'm looking at Tiny Buddha right now from that particular deck. And, man, his beret ain't raspberry, but you know what I'm saying? Also, why'd they paint that little goatee on him like that? He don't even need that. Oh my goodness. There could be some significance to, like I said, the artist Prince. Doesn't have to be the case. Could be some significance to Minneapolis. And there could be some significance to the heart. And what I mean by that is, if you are one to go for like jewelry or like prints, what's with the play on words here? Like all over the place. That's crazy. We went from Prince to Prince in 2 seconds flat. Catch up, would ya? No, let me stop. I'm trying to keep my footing too. So please, I ain't judging you, collective. I just hope you're with me. All right. But specifically the shape, you could be really, you know, a heart person, as it were, when you're looking at things that have prints, whether clothing or dishware and or jewelry also comes to mind. Okay. Whew, that was a lot. All right. Now, getting to this Nine of Pentacles, you know what's crazy is, you don't know this, but I do. There's more cards that I pulled from the tarot. Yet I only see one here. So let me just... Oh, didn't want to be outed, eh? All right. Some of you really need to get out of the mental space, okay? This Nine of Pentacles came out first, babe. Okay, so it's in your right now energies. Uh-huh. And what else? It's for you. Uh-huh. Okay, so if it's for you, it's in the right now. I mean, chances are you deserve it too, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. What's the issue? Get out of your effing head. Please and thank you. All right. How is the Eight of Swords going to be all the way upside down? Like, did you really have that rough of a week? And if so, why? And how will you make changes for next week? Right? Like, because you can't just be walking around not understanding that, number one, you have a crown, and number two, where the heck it is. All right? That's giving old earth paradigm. Not now. That's not even on the menu. All right? So long story short, if you accept, give yourselves a chance, right? You could try, okay? Try to believe long enough, and you'll start to believe. So there's that, right? Once you start to believe, you can start to intend with a lot more force behind it, and dare I say, manifest, okay? What are we talking about with the Nine of Pentacles? Wish fulfillment, even of the material kind. We're also talking about peace of mind. Don't you want that? Well, we've already talked about, irregardless of whether you want it, it's yours in existence for you, and you are deserving of it. I mean, doesn't it sound great to have like a better ride at life, right? You should just give yourself the chance and the permission, because I mean, like the divine did. This is also kind of like a repeated theme here. So that tells me somebody really got to get this, okay? Not judging, only loving and lighting you through it, that's all. And keywords, through it. All right. And you could be a young female. All right. Physically in a female avatar, perhaps. And you could be 25 years of age or older. All right. You could have recently traveled. But this is also talking about this transition, okay, on the other side of this integration that we just talked about, actually specifically on June 5. Yeah. So please, clear, cancel, release, get vulnerable, All right. Vulnerable with self, firstly. Vulnerable with the divine. Kind of same thing, but to be clear, not vulnerable in the sense of going to sign up to be next in line for dummy games, hoping not to get the dummy prizes. See what I mean? Make it make sense, okay? So, a lot's riding on this. The cycle really is intended to be a smooth transition, but a closure nonetheless for you. All right. And it may be a little agitating, aggravating. I get that. But nonetheless, all aspects of your experience here are necessary and can be. They do have the potentiality, unless you choose to see a different outcome. Okay. Again, going back to your believability and perhaps your stubbornness in faith, of course. Right, but I digress, okay? The experience, the journey is part of the outcome, which is ripe with manifestations that you don't want to miss out on, and more, okay? Because the divine, to be clear, this is how you'll know when this stuff comes in, and I'm looking at another 7. There could be some significance to 2828 as well, which does reduce down to another 1010. I'm so serious, you guys. This is something that you almost can't do anything about. Like, it's coming in, and it's new, and it's really great, okay? It's giving understatement. I don't have enough words. Okay, but you don't want to miss out on this. So if you've got any fight left in you, I need you to be intentional in the ways that you use it. Okay, don't use that stamina, that strength that you got to weaken yourselves. All right, and many of you perhaps are saying, well, how in the heck, or why would I want to do that? Well, good thing you asked, so all right? Once you know better, you can live a lot better, right? So the way that you can do that is by disbelief, okay? Is by lacking in confidence and faith, okay? Faith in yourselves and or in the divine. Faith in your worthiness. Faith in your capability to receive. I need you to know Yeshua is definitely around. You can draw on him, okay? Most call him Jesus, okay? But you too could be seeing 3s of significance in your neck of the woods, as it were. Please, I invite you to have a deeper connection, you guys. You're not meant to live this life like not tapped in, right? If you watch me long enough in daily course, right, even inside of public places, I'm often most likely found talking, quote unquote, to myself. Okay. That is how often I commune with Holy Spirit. It is part of my lifestyle, and I invite you to try it. Man, what's the point in being in charge if you don't want to make it the best experience, right? Because you know what it's like to be in charge when it's like, oh my gosh, the ship is going down, right? Like, I'm in charge here, but like, this is not a thing, right? So, that doesn't seem like it is in alignment with the vibrational frequency matched to your utopia that we're co-creating, or dare I say, the new earth energy consciousness that we are co-creating. Make sense? So you really want to kind of like do your checks and balances and hold yourselves accountable and be authentic even in what all you find, referable to your answers and referable to your within. But please know, if you should encounter anything triggering or surprising or even off-putting, okay, you are in charge and you have the ability to make progressive advancements and changes, okay? Change is inevitable anyhow, right? You might as well use it to your betterment. Before not doing so could actually be falling in line with your detriment. Nobody wants that, okay? I love you so much, collective, and I really want you to take time and opportunity to take yourself seriously enough to do something nice for you. You deserve it. Love and light.